Water fountains, they've always been a symbol of beauty and elegance, but some take it to a whole new level. These incredible fountains aren't just about aesthetics, they're massive landmarks that celebrate art and imagination. Join me, we're going to explore the 15 largest water fountains in the world, each one more spectacular than the last. Starting with number 15, the Bellagio Fountains. The Fountains of the Bellagio, located at the Bellagio Hotel and Casino on the Las Vegas Strip in Paradise, Nevada, are one of the largest and most iconic water fountains in the world. It spans an impressive 8.5 acres. Its fountains have become a symbol of Las Vegas, drawing millions of people annually to witness their choreographed displays of water, light, and music. The fountains here were conceived by Steve Wynn, the original owner of the Bellagio, and they were designed by renowned water feature design firm Wet. And the fountains debuted alongside the resort on October 15, 1998. At a cost of $40 million, the project was one of the most expensive fountain installations ever undertaken. It's basically a man-made lake that's referred to as Lake Bellagio or Lake Como. It was inspired by northern Italy's Lake Como and measures approximately 1,200 feet by 600 feet, with depths ranging from 4 to 13 feet. The lake contains over 22 million gallons of water, part of which comes from well water previously used for a golf course. The Bellagio fountains operate with remarkable precision. Wind conditions are monitored real-time and adjustments are made to prevent the water from splashing onto surrounding sidewalks. The water temperature varies in the lake from about 50 degrees in the winter to about 85 degrees in the summer, creating a hospitable environment for ducks, many of which have made the lake their permanent home. Each day, the fountains use roughly 500 pounds of chlorine to maintain the water quality. The fountains are powered by 1,214 water nozzles divided into 4 types: oarsmen, mini shooters, super shooters, and extreme shooters. These nozzles create those dynamic water effects, with extreme shooters propelling the water to a maximum height of 460 feet. To achieve that, compressed air is used at a pressure up to 500 pounds per square inch, driven by 10 powerful compressors. They're also illuminated by 4,700 white lights, chosen for their timeless elegance. A central room located in a hidden cavern known as the Bat Cave houses the equipment and personnel responsible for operating it, and this team of 30, including computer technicians, electricians, and scuba-trained welders, ensures the fountains perform flawlessly. Regular maintenance include tasks such as sandblasting barnacles off the equipment and powder-coating components to extend their lifespan. Number 14. The Buckingham Fountain. Buckingham Fountain, officially known as the Clarence Buckingham Memorial Fountain, stands as one of the largest fountains in the world. It's located in the heart of Grant Park in Chicago, Illinois. This historic landmark sits between Queens Landing and the end of Ida B. Wells Drive. Dedicated in 1927, the fountain has become a focal point for both Chicagoans and visitors, offering water displays, light shows, and a wet history. The fountain was a gift from philanthropist Kate S. Buckingham, who donated it in memory of her brother Clarence Buckingham. Designed by architect Edward H. Bennett in the Beaux Art style and modeled after the Latona Fountain at the Palace of Versailles, it reflects a Rococo wedding cake aesthetic. French sculptor Marcel Loyot created the statues that adorn the structure, including its prominent seahorse figures, which symbolize the 4 U.S. states bordering Lake Michigan: Illinois, Wisconsin, Michigan, and Indiana. It was constructed at a cost of about $12 million and dedicated on August 26, 1927. Kate Buckingham also established an endowment fund of $300,000 to ensure its upkeep. It's constructed from Georgia pink marble, and it's a masterpiece of layered basins and intricate sculpture. Its bottom pool measures 280 feet in diameter, with successive basins narrowing to 103 feet, 60 feet, and then 24 feet. The lip of the upper basin stands about 25 feet above the lower basin, and it holds a staggering 1.5 million gallons of water, which flows through 193 jets capable of shooting more than 14,000 gallons per minute during displays. The centerpiece is a central jet that reaches a height of 150 feet, striking a spectacle that captures your attention during the hourly water shows. Those displays happen from 8 a.m. to 11 p.m., typically from mid-April to mid-October. Each show lasts about 20 minutes, with evening performances incorporating choreographed colored lights and music. The fountain's operations are controlled by a Honeywell computer system, originally located in Atlanta, Georgia, before being relocated to the fountain's pump house during a 1994 renovation. The fountain is a remarkable engineering feat. It uses 14,000 gallons of water per minute during the displays, recirculating that water to conserve resources. This fact also makes it one of the largest fountains in terms of volume. Over the course of a day, it consumes hundreds of thousands of gallons, though the exact figure varies based on operational hours and display frequency. But despite that, the system was designed to minimize any waste, showcasing a balance between amazement and practicality. Number 13. The Trevi Fountain. The Trevi Fountain, or Fontana di Trevi, is one of the world's most famous and visually striking water fountains. It's located in the Trevi district of Rome, Italy, and it stands as a symbol of the city's rich history. Measuring 86 feet tall and 161 feet wide, the Trevi Fountain is the largest Baroque fountain in Rome and among the tallest in the world. With water jets reaching over 98 feet, its presence and design make it a centerpiece of Roman culture and a magnet for millions of people annually. The story of the Trevi Fountain begins with the ancient Aqua Virgo aqueduct, constructed in 19 BC to supply pure water to Rome. Legend has it that a virgin maiden guided Roman engineers to the aqueduct's source, a tale commemorated in the fountain's relief sculptures. The Aqua Virgo brought water to significant landmarks, including the baths of Agrippa, and remained functional even after Rome's fall. The Trevi Fountain that we see today is commissioned in the 18th century. Pope Clement XII initiated its construction in 1732. The fountain replaced a simpler version designed during the Renaissance and became a crowning achievement of Baroque art. At the center of the fountain is the figure of Oceanus, the personification of water, standing in a triumphal arch. He rides a shell chariot pulled by two seahorses, each guided by a triton. The contrasting seahorses, one calm and the other wild, symbolize the dual nature of the sea. Surrounding oceans with two additional statues represent abundance and health, while bas-reliefs above depict scenes from the aqueduct's history. This fountain has become deeply embedded in Roman culture, with one of its most famous traditions involving the tossing of coins. Visitors throw coins into the fountains over their left shoulder using their right hand, a gesture said to guarantee their return to Rome. This custom, popularized by the 1954 film Three Coins in the Fountain, generates significant revenue for charitable causes, and annually, around $1.5 million is collected from the fountain and donated to an organization which uses the funds for social programs. Number 12. The Gateway Geyser. The Gateway Geyser in East St. Louis, Illinois, stands as one of the largest water fountains in the world, capable of shooting water up to an astonishing height of 630 feet. That's the same height as the iconic Gateway Arch across the Mississippi. It was built as a counterpart to the arch. The geyser anchors the Illinois side of the river with a dramatic, soaring display of water that rivals its famous neighbor in scale and symbolism. Opened in 1995, the Gateway Geyser was a realization of a long-standing vision to create twin memorials on both sides of the river. The geyser is powered by three 800-horsepower pumps, which together propel about 7,500 gallons of water per minute straight into the air. On windless days, the water can reach a maximum height of 630 feet, creating a spectacular plume visible for miles. Each burst of water weighs approximately 110 tons. That's a display of power and precision. The fountain operates as part of the Malcolm W. Martin Memorial Park, a beautifully maintained green space offering one of the best views of the Gateway Arch. This park also includes a bronze statue of Martin himself, standing in quiet contemplation as he gazes towards the arch. Over the years, the geyser has become more than just a water feature. It serves as a symbol of hope and resilience for East St. Louis, a city that's faced significant economic challenges. This fountain provides a striking contrast to its surroundings, offering a reminder of what the area once was and what it might again become. However, the fountain's future is uncertain. Decades of operation have taken a toll on its internal infrastructure, with many components surpassing their expected lifespan. Maintenance costs have risen significantly, and discussions about whether to continue operating the fountain or repurpose the park are ongoing. Some officials see this as an opportunity to expand the arch's influence into Illinois, potentially creating a unified national park experience that bridges the river. It uses about 50,000 gallons of water per day, drawn from a reservoir and recirculated through its pumps. That plume, when fully activated, can be seen from over 20 miles away on a clear day. Number 11. The Cascades at Chatsworth's house. The Cascades at Chatsworth House stand among the most unique and historically significant water features. It's located on the estate of Chatsworth House in Derbyshire, England. These cascading waterfalls exemplify early fountain engineering, and they continue to attract visitors centuries after their creation. With 24 steps over which water tumbles in a carefully designed flow, the Cascades combine history, functionality, and grandeur, cementing their place as a highlight of the Chatsworth estate. Chatsworth House, long associated with the Dukes of Devonshire, dates back to the Elizabethan era, when the Bess of Hardwicke and her second husband, Sir William Cavendish, acquired the land. Over time, the house underwent significant transformations, particularly under William Cavendish, the first Duke of Devonshire, who rebuilt much of the structure in the late 17th and early 18th centuries. The gardens were an integral part of these renovations, designed to enhance the estate's aesthetic appeal and demonstrate the latest in landscaping and hydrological engineering. The Cascades, completed in 1696 under the direction of French engineer Grillet, are a hallmark of this era's ambition. Grillet designed the water feature as a series of stone steps, each differing slightly in height and width to create varying sounds and effects as the water flows down. At the top of the Cascade sits the Cascade House, a Baroque-style structure equipped with fountains that spray water down the steps when activated. This dynamic design was pretty cutting-edge for the 17th century and reflects the period's fascination with integrating nature, art, and technology. The system allows water to flow continuously without the need for mechanical pumps. The water's descent across the 200-yard-long feature creates a symphony of sound and movement, with the Cascade House capable of releasing additional jets that enhance the display. While the Cascades are not a conventional fountain in the sense of vertical sprays, the water does reach notable heights. When the Cascade House jets are fully operational, the water can shoot up 30 feet. This combination of cascading water and vertical sprays offer a dramatic spectacle, particularly for 17th and 18th century audiences unfamiliar with such feats. In terms of water usage, the Cascades require a substantial amount of water to maintain their operation, though exact figures aren't readily documented. But they are more than just a display of water. They serve as an interactive experience for visitors who can walk alongside or across the feature via stepping stones, feeling immersed in its sights and sounds. In addition, the Cascade House contains hidden mechanisms that can create playful surprises, such as sudden jets of water aimed at unsuspecting guests, a reflection of the era's love of theatrical garden features. Number 10. The People's Friendship Fountain. The People's Friendship Fountain. It's also known as the Friendship of the People's Fountain. It stands as an impressive water feature in Moscow. It's surrounded by 16 gilded statues representing the various republics of the former Soviet Union. This fountain is a visual and engineering spectacle that continues to captivate people. The history of it dates back to the mid-20th century. Its construction was part of the broader development of the All-Russian Exhibition Center. Now, that was a site designed to showcase the achievements of the Soviet Union. The fountain was completed in 1954, and it was intended to celebrate the unity of the Soviet republics and promote the idea of Soviet people coming together as one. The central feature of the fountain is a large basin with a total surface area of 3,700 square meters, holding about 4,000 cubic meters of water. 800 jets shoot upwards from the basin, with the highest reaching about 66 feet. Each of the 16 bronze and gold-plated statues represent one of the nationalities of the former Soviet republics, including Russia, Ukraine, Armenia, and Kazakhstan. The female figures are dressed in the traditional national attire of their respective countries, with each one holding a symbol of their country's contribution to the Soviet Union. The statues form a circle around a central wheat sheaf made from gold-plated copper, symbolizing the agricultural and economic strength of the USSR. The overall design, with its emphasis on national pride and unity, was a reflection of the Soviet Union's efforts to present itself as a cohesive and strong entity on the global stage. The fountain operates with the help of 8 powerful pumps that process thousands of liters of water daily, and its operation is limited to the warmer months, though, from May 1st to October 1st. The jets of water, in addition to their aesthetic beauty, they're illuminated by 4,500 lamps and projectors, creating a stunning visual display at night. As one of the largest fountains in the world, this one is not just a static monument, it's an ever-evolving spectacle that continues to attract tourists, and despite its historical associations, it remains vibrant and a captivating feature in the park. Beyond its sheer size and visual appeal, this fountain also evokes memories of a bygone era. It stands as a symbol of the Soviet Union's ideal of unity, a reminder of an era that's no longer, yet still holds significance in Russia's collective memory. For visitors, this fountain offers more than just a place to admire. It serves as a window to the past, offering insight into the Soviet Union's cultural and political views. Number 9. The Versailles Fountains. The Fountains of Versailles, they're more than just beautiful water features. They're one of the most important and impressive parts of the garden, showcasing the might and luxury of the French monarchy. With a history stretching back to the late 1600s, these fountains represent not only artistic engineering feats, but also the beauty of the royal gardens. Among the many fountains in the gardens, there are some real standouts, with some of the largest water jets in the world. These fountains have a variety of purposes, from displaying power through their size to telling stories of their designs. One of the tallest ones is the Dragon Fountain, which stands at an impressive height of 89 feet. The central jet in the fountain represents an episode from Greek mythology, in which the serpent Python is slain by Apollo. The water spurts from the serpent, symbolizing victory of the sun god, and is surrounded by sculpted dolphins and swans. Not far behind in height is the Neptune Fountain, which was completed between 1679 and 1682. Originally, it was called the Lake Below the Dragon Fountain. The Neptune Fountain was reworked in the 18th century and now features 99 jets of water. These jets cascade around sculptures of Neptune, Aphrodite, Proteus, and Oceanus, offering a dramatic display of water as it falls from varying heights and creates an ever-changing scene of motion and energy. One of the more famous and intricate fountains in the gardens is the Latonis Fountain, created between 1668 and 1670. This fountain depicts the myth of Latona, mother of Apollo and Diana, who calls upon Jupiter to avenge the insults her children suffer from the peasants of Lycia. The peasants turned into frogs and lizards, which are placed around the fountain. This water feature was designed to be part of a dynamic art piece, and its sculptures, including Latona and her children, are placed in a marble pyramid facing the Grand Canal. But one of the most striking things about the fountains here at Versailles is the sheer size and number of the jets. From the 99 jets at Neptune Fountain to the 800 at the Dragon Fountain, the number of water streams is nothing short of impressive. When the fountains are in full operation, especially during the summer when they're open to the public, the display is a dynamic performance of water and light. Number 8. The Fountain of Wealth. The Fountain of Wealth is a stunning sight that's located in the heart of Suntec City in Singapore. The fountain has garnered international attention, earning a spot in the Guinness Book of World Records in 1998. The fountain sits in the bustling Suntec City Mall, one of Singapore's largest shopping complexes. The fountain's composed of a circular silicon bronze ring with a circumference of 217 feet, and it stands at a height of 45 feet. The base, which is situated underground at the mall's main restaurant level, measures about 1,680 square feet. 4 large slanted columns support the bronze ring, giving an appearance of an enormous hand rising from the ground, with the fountain itself symbolizing a gold ring in the palm. This symbolic design is inspired by Feng Shui principles and aims to foster the retention of wealth. Water in this context symbolizes both life and wealth, and the design of the fountain follows the belief that it helps retain fortune. The thumb and fingers of the surrounding 5 office towers also reinforce this theme of prosperity. As one of the largest fountains globally, this fountain offers an impressive spectacle. Water jets can shoot up to 40 feet in the air, making it a striking visual centerpiece of Suntec City. At night, the fountain becomes an interactive experience, hosting laser shows, live music, and laser message dedications, turning the entire area into an amazing display. The fountain has a design that includes a medium-sized water screen at its center, which is utilized for these nightly shows. The fountain's surrounding perimeter, which features additional laminar jets installed during a recent upgrade, enhance the aesthetics with colorful light displays. These features turn the fountain into a multi-sensory experience, combining water, light, and sound for visitors to enjoy. However, the main fountain is periodically turned off, allowing visitors to walk around the mini fountain located at the center of the base. As part of a traditional ritual, visitors are invited to walk around this mini fountain 3 times for good luck, adding a touch of local culture to the experience. Moving on to number 7, the Okada Manila Fountain. The Okada Manila Fountain is a defining feature of the Okada Manila Casino Resort. It's located in Metro Manila in the Philippines, and this fountain is the centerpiece of the sprawling resort and offers visitors an amazing display of water, light, and music. Situated on Entertainment City Gaming Strip, Okada Manila occupies a massive 110-acre plot, and the fountain itself spreads over a vast 37 acres. Opened in 2017, this fountain was built with a price tag of around $30 million. Its design was inspired by the festive traditions of the Philippines, as well as the delicate beauty of the sampaguita flower, the national flower of the Philippines. The fountain has 739 water nozzles and features some proprietary underwater robots that enhance the choreography of the water jets. These nozzles are capable of producing streams that soar over 130 feet into the air. To complement these water jets, the fountain features 2,600 LED lights that illuminate the scene with a dazzling array of colors. At night, this fountain truly comes alive, with synchronized music and light shows that offer a dynamic, choreographed experience for visitors. The shows are a crowd favorite, with visitors often gathering to witness the intricate choreography of water, light, and sound. It's not just a visual attraction, though, it's also a technological achievement. The fountain operates with advanced systems designed by WET, that's a renowned design firm based in LA. The underwater robots play a crucial role in the dynamic movement of the water, creating the appearance of water dancing in the air. While the exact water consumption is not publicly available given its size and scope, it can be assumed that the fountain consumes a pretty significant amount of water, especially during large-scale performances. The garden itself spans over 30,000 square feet, and it features reflective ponds that add to the tranquil ambiance surrounding the fountain. These ponds provide a peaceful contrast to the high-energy water shows and are great spots for visitors to relax and enjoy the view. Number 6. The Archibald Fountain. The Archibald Fountain, officially known as the J.F. Archibald Memorial Fountain, stands as one of Sydney's most significant landmarks. It's located in the heart of Hyde Park. This water feature isn't just an artistic expression, it's a living tribute to the historical ties between Australia and France, particularly during World War I. The history begins with J.F. Archibald, the influential owner and editor of the Bulletin magazine, who bequeathed funds for the creation of the fountain. Archibald's love for French culture was evident in his will, where he specified that the fountain should be designed by a French artist to commemorate the bond between Australia and France during the war. François-Léon Sicard, a prominent French sculptor, was selected to bring Archibald's vision to life. Although Sicard completed the fountain's design in Paris in 1926, he never saw it installed in Sydney. The fountain was unveiled on March 14, 1932 by the Lord Mayor of Sydney, Samuel Walder, in a grand ceremony that marked the completion of Archibald's lasting gift to the city. Jets of water shoot up to 50 feet in the air, making the fountain a stunning spectacle in Hyde Park. The fountain's design allows the water to flow through multiple basins, creating a visual progression as it moves from one basin to the next before spilling into the large basin below. The size of the fountain and its daily use of water are substantial, although the exact number of gallons consumed isn't readily available. The amount of water required to fuel such an impressive display speaks to the fountain's complexity. It is more than just a functional water feature, it is a work of art. It's rich in symbolism and steeped in classical mythology. The focal point of the fountain is the figure of Apollo, the Greek god of the sun, the arts, and light. Apollo's outstretched arm represents life-giving warmth, and here he symbolizes the power of the arts to inspire humanity. According to Sicard, Apollo's figure reflects the nurturing power of the sun, which revives and gives life to nature. Surrounding Apollo are three important mythological groups, each of which adds to the fountain's deeper narrative. One group features Diana, the goddess of purity and protector of peaceful nights, symbolizing the harmony of nature. The second group, representing Pan, the goddess of the countryside, conveys the goodness of the earth and its fertility. The final group portrays Theseus, the Greek hero known for defeating the Minotaur, symbolizing self-sacrifice for the public good and the triumph of spirit over evil. These groups, along with dolphins that add to the fountain's dynamic flow, create a powerful depiction of classical ideals. Number 5. Cascada del Marmore. The Cascada del Marmore is known as the tallest man-made waterfall in Europe, and this colossal water feature has fascinated visitors for centuries. Though often categorized as a waterfall, it is technically an artificial structure, crafted by the Romans to serve both practical and aesthetic purposes. At 541 feet high, the Marmore Falls combine historical significance, engineering prowess, and natural beauty, making it one of the most unique water features in the world. The falls are part of the larger Black River Park, an area that offers hiking trails, observation points, and an immersive natural environment for visitors. The history of the falls dates back to the 3rd century BCE when the Romans, under the direction of Consul Manius Curius Dentatus, decided to redirect the waters of the Velino River to create the waterfall. The goal was to drain the marshy lands around the area and provide irrigation for nearby agriculture, as well as to control floodwaters. Over the centuries, the flow of water has been managed and adjusted, making the falls a functioning hydraulic structure. It stretches across a total height of about 541 feet, divided into 3 distinct drops. The highest of these cascades reaches 331 feet, while the middle one and lowest are 177 feet and 33 feet respectively. While the total water flow averages about 50 cubic meters per second, only about 30% of this is diverted toward the waterfall, which is roughly 15 cubic meters per second. When the flow rate is at its peak, the falls represent an amazing display of water that can be heard from miles away. At lower levels, the water levels drop, exposing the rocky landscape beneath and creating a more serene scene. Given that the flow rate is around 15 cubic meters per second at full volume, it is safe to assume that the falls move thousands of gallons of water per day, depending on the seasonal adjustments. The flow of water isn't constant though. Its water flow is regulated and adjusted to maintain the functionality of it, and typically when water levels are low, visitors can still enjoy the beauty of the waterfall with reduced flow. However, when the flow gates are open to full capacity, the falls put on an amazing display, with water surging dramatically over the edge and crashing into the gorge below. Number 4. The Magic Fountain of Montjuïc. Located at the foot of Montjuïc Mountain in Barcelona, Spain, the Magic Fountain is one of the largest fountains in the world. This colossal water feature, which is a highlight for both locals and visitors, offers an amazing spectacle of water, light, and music. It was built as part of the 1929 Barcelona International Exposition. That was an event that reshaped the city's landscape and introduced a number of architectural and cultural landmarks. Before the fountain's construction, the site was home to the Four Columns, a symbol of Catalanism that was tragically demolished in 1928. The fountain's redesign was submitted by a Catalan engineer and architect who had already experimented with illuminated fountains. And despite the skepticism of many at the time who thought his plans were too ambitious for the timeline, the fountain was completed in just over a year, ready for its inaugural show on May 19, 1929, just one day before the start of the exposition. The Magic Fountain has water spouting up to an impressive height of 170 feet, and it works by spraying 700 gallons of water per second through about 3,600 jets, creating a series of cascading synchronized water effects. As for the amount of water used, the fountain can pump through thousands of gallons each day, though the exact total depends on how often the light and music shows are held. The fountain didn't always perform to its fullest potential. After its initial success, the fountain suffered severe damage during the Spanish Civil War, leading to its closure for several years. However, in 1955, the original designer returned to supervise repairs and restore the fountain to its former glory. In the 1980s, a significant upgrade was made. Music was incorporated into the show, and the lighting system was modernized. Since then, the fountain has been part of major cultural events, including performances synced to themes from films like The Godfather, The Lord of the Rings, and Gladiator. It's also featured songs by Freddie Mercury and Montserrat Caballé, along with traditional Spanish music and modern pop hits. Beyond the beauty and the size, the Magic Fountain holds a few interesting distinctions. Its light show, powered by LED tech, create a vivid, colorful backdrop for their cascading water. The fountain is enchanting when viewed at night, as the illuminated water jets dance in time with the music. The show isn't just a visual treat, it is an immersive experience. And another fact about the Magic Fountain, it's best known for its impressive displays. It serves as a functional purpose. As part of the broader infrastructure here, the fountain helps manage water flow in the area, contributing to the urban water systems of Barcelona. Number 3. The Jet d'eau. The Jet d'eau, located at the point where Lake Geneva meets the Rhone River, is one of the world's most famous and tallest fountains. This landmark stands at an impressive 460 feet, making it a visual centerpiece in Geneva, Switzerland. Known for its spectacular water jets and historical significance, the Jet d'eau has become a symbol of the city. Now, its history dates back to 1886, when the first version of the fountain was installed, nearby a hydraulic power station. Originally, it served as a safety valve for the city's hydraulic network and could shoot water up to 100 feet high. However, as people began to recognize its value, the fountain was relocated to its current location in 1891. This move coincided with the Federal Gymnastics Festival and the 600th anniversary of the Swiss Confederation. At that time, the fountain was capable of shooting water up to 300 feet high, making it a notable attraction for people. The present version was installed in 1951. It's powered by two 500-kilowatt pumps that take water directly from Lake Geneva. These pumps, operating at 2400 volts, shoot water through a 4-inch nozzle at a speed of 124 miles an hour, sending the water to a soaring height of 460 feet. In a single second, 130 gallons of water are pumped into the air, creating a dramatic display. Aside from the stunning height, the jet d'eau has become a symbol of Geneva itself. It operates year-round, except in instances of frost or extreme winds, and during the summer months it's illuminated in the evenings with a set of 21 lights, adding to a dramatic effect that attracts viewers both day and night. Though it primarily serves as a fountain, its significance extends beyond the visual. It's become an emblem of the city's ingenuity and its connection to the natural resources surrounding it. Visitors who approach the fountain often find themselves unexpectedly drenched by the wind that can change direction, adding an element of surprise to the experience. And over the years, it's become more than just a city feature. It is an experience, a spectacle that can be seen from all corners of Geneva and even from the air, as planes flying over the city at high altitudes can spot the spray of water. Number 2. The Dubai Fountain. The Dubai Fountain, located at the base of the Burj Khalifa and in front of the Dubai Mall, stands as one of the world's largest water fountains. Spanning 30 acres of artificial lake, this fountain combines water, music, and light in a spectacle that captivates millions of people each year. The fountain can reach an incredible height of 500 feet, sending streams of water soaring high into the air. Designed by Wet Design, a California-based company, this fountain was built at a cost of approximately $218 million. These jets are categorized into different types using the wet shooters, which propel water into the air, and extreme shooters, which can launch water as high as 500 feet. The 5 concentric circles and 2 arcs are designed to perform a variety of water patterns, creating an ever-changing and dynamic experience. The fountains are illuminated by 6,600 lights and 25 colored projectors, giving it a vivid and colorful appearance during performances. Some of the music selections are tailored to represent Dubai's cultural heritage, while others are modern and universally recognized tunes. The performances are scheduled throughout the day and evening, with shows happening every half hour from 6 to 10 p.m. on weekdays and 6 to 11 p.m. on weekends. At any given time, the fountain can spray up to 22,000 gallons of water into the air, all while moving in synchronized patterns set to music. This combination of water jets, lights, and music creates an amazing spectacle, often seen as a symbol of the modern, cosmopolitan nature of Dubai. As one of the standout features of the Dubai Fountain is its use of fire, which was introduced at the end of 2010 as part of a temporary addition for the 2011 New Year's celebrations. Fire elements were used to outline the fountains, further enhancing their impact. Additionally, the Dubai Fountain has been used in advertising campaigns, such as the 2011 DHL Express campaign, which featured a special choreography set to the Motown classic Ain't No Mountain High Enough. The fountain not only attracts tourists, but it's a central element of the downtown Dubai experience. Its daily performances, including a rendition of the UAE national anthem, further emphasize the city's multicultural identity. As a major tourist attraction, the fountain adds to the allure of the Burj Khalifa and the Dubai Mall, solidifying the area as a prime destination for visitors from all over the world. Number 1. King Fahd's Fountain. On the Red Sea coast of Jeddah, Saudi Arabia, King Fahd's Fountain towers over the skyline, claiming its title as the tallest water fountain in the world. Shooting water to an astonishing height of 1,024 feet, the fountain is a hallmark of the city, visible for miles. It was gifted to the city by King Fahd bin Abdulaziz, ruler of Saudi Arabia from 1982 to 2005. Construction began in 1980 and concluded in 1983, but the fountain's initial performance fell short of expectations. Unlike most fountains, this one uses seawater instead of fresh water. The decision was both practical and innovative, giving its location on the Red Sea. Pumping salt water to such heights posed significant challenges, particularly in addressing the corrosive nature of salt. Engineers developed a system that includes specialized filters to clean the water of any debris, sand, and organic matter before it reaches the pumps. Additionally, the equipment is housed in a dry pit coated with anti-fouling paint to prevent any marine growth and resist corrosion. Now, its technical specifications are impressive as the visual impact. Water is propelled at a speed of 230 miles an hour, creating a vertical plume that rises higher than the Eiffel Tower, excluding its antenna. At any moment, over 16 tons of water are airborne. This illuminated jet, enhanced by over 500 LED spotlights, is captivating at night, causing a brilliant display visible from over 12 miles away. Now, the fountain's base is designed in the shape of a mabkara, a traditional incense burner that symbolizes Arabian culture. This design choice not only reinforces its significance but also anchors the fountain into the region's traditions. The fountain has earned its share of unique records and distinctions. Its height surpasses all other fountains globally, including the World Cup fountain in Seoul, South Korea, which reaches about 660 feet. In addition to the daily performance, it's hosted extraordinary events too, such as a record-setting base jump by Red Bull Air Force member Arthur Lawrence. However, due to the open nature of the system, the water it uses is not recycled, but continuously pumped from the Red Sea, with over 16 tons of water in the air at any given moment. By combining innovative engineering with traditional design, the fountain remains a landmark that captures the attention of visitors and locals. Whether seen in the daytime or illuminated against the night sky, it leaves an unforgettable impression, standing as the world's most extraordinary water fountain. Thanks for checking those out with me, everyone. I'll see you next time. Thank you to our channel members.